Colorado Avalanche have arrived. They stand at the doorway of their date with destiny, and they are the one who knocks. Their final test of worthiness is the ultimate litmus test as they face the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion, Tampa Bay Lightning. They are the NHL's final boss, the Mike Tyson to Colorado's Little Mac. Can the Avalanche finish off what would be one of the greatest wire-to-wire seasons in NHL history by planting their flag atop the league? There are no more mountains to climb or demons to exorcise. No matter the result, their next step is into hockey immortality. Will the Avalanche be a footnote or the main character? It's time to make history or be history.
Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche pregame show presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts every single day. Rudo, AJ, Meghan, and Blais
didn't even do the
live. Didn't even try. Nope. Amazing. Anyway, it's pregame before Game 3. Avs versus Bolts. Stanley Cup Final. It's the real deal, folks. Things are getting more real by the second as time goes on. Refresh if you're buffering. That's the best we can do. That's on nothing we can do about that.
Yeah.
Buffering is on YouTube. You gotta figure it out. If it's low quality, that might be our fault. If it's buffering, that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, are you expecting to get everything Tampa has tonight? Down to at home. If they don't win this, their back is against the wall. Is this it? We saw against the Rangers, they came out in Game 3, put up a 50-shot performance. Are you expecting something similar, or are the Avs just better than New York? Are they not going to give up something like that?
You're going into Tampa Bay with a team that hasn't lost at home.
They're 7-1
in the playoffs.
They lost once.
Did they lose once?
Yeah. Against the Leafs, I think.
So I had one wrong there. Against a team that hasn't lost on the road. And if you go down 3-0 against the Avs, it's pretty much game over. That gives the Avs 4 chances, home and away,
to get it done.
So I think they're going to throw everything that they can at the Avs.
Except for Braden Point. Sounds like he will not be playing. And so both teams will be icing a not 100% lineup. So I don't expect anybody can give fully 100%, but Avs certainly aren't the New York Rangers, so I don't expect this to be an easy game for the Avalanche, but there's definitely more for Tampa to give, especially Vasylivsky, and I think that he's going to have a much better performance than we've seen in Game 1 and 2.
And look, obviously it's no secret that Vasylivsky is a better goaltender than what he played in Game 2. Yeah. I don't think that's going to surprise anyone. But he's been mortal over these, outside of elimination games. He's been mortal across these playoffs. Good, but not unbeatable. And I'll be honest with you, I'm expecting a bit of a goalie duel tonight. I do think a lot of this game may come down to how well Kemper plays.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Of course, I say that, and it'll be 3-0 to 3 minutes into the hockey game or something. But look, it's going to take everybody on either side. You need everybody pulling the same direction on the rope to get across this game, let alone the entire series. Continuing on, though, things are getting messier by the second for most teams as far as lineups and such are concerned. Kadri will not play tonight. Of that, we're confident. Burakovsky, not officially out yet.
Was flying in today.
Yeah, I heard he wasn't on the ice for warm-ups, so it's not looking good.
So right now it's Sturmnack, Newhook third line, O'Connor, Helm, Cogliano second line, Comfer, Rantanen, Lehkonen second line. The other was the third. So
okay.
Avs dealing with some injuries there. We've obviously talked about multiple situations on Tampa's side where Point still clearly not anywhere near 100%. Certainly doesn't seem like Victor Hedman's feeling very good based on the last 2 games. You know, it is what it is on that front. Anyway, getting into this, I think we've all agreed that you're down 2 in the series, you're at home, all the pressure's on Tampa now, correct?
Yeah. I mean, tonight is do or die for them. Like, it's not officially do or die, but it's do or die.
Yep.
Like, they have to scratch out a win here, and if they don't, I mean, you're down 3-0. You have no wiggle room at that point. I mean, you've already given up half your leash. So, yeah, this is it. I mean, they've got to have this.
Yep. It's not a complicated process. Teams don't come back down from 3 very often ever, let alone in the Cup Finals. My question on the other side is, what does it take to flip that pressure? Is it genuinely Bolts have to win both at home before the Avs start feeling it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So not even one for Tampa. They have to take them both.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you 3-1 going back to Denver, what are you, comfortable?
No, but you're more comfortable than 3-0 going into Game 4.
Not much, though.
Yeah, not really. Like,
Fair enough.
it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it really certainly this game feels like a free roll for the Avs all the way through. You get a chance to really put your foot on the throat here. And, obviously they have to go out and perform in the game.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, and we've seen their Game 3s have been good.
Yep.
They've been solid. Obviously, they've won all of them. They've won all their road games, but they've been good in Game 3. Like, they've just been good. They're comfortable on the road. They're comfortable. I mean, they're comfortable with this. I mean, a 2-0 series lead. They're perfectly happy here.
Yep.
They smell blood. They understand. Like, they understand that this is their opportunity to put the dagger in this series.
Thank you for the $5, Iris, saying let's get the stream some bandwidth. I don't know what to tell you, chat.
Yeah,
you probably
guys
can't even hear me, so it doesn't matter. But
you guys have absolutely no idea how many times we've had people come out and try and fix this.
Yep.
There was a guy here today bumping up the fight literally 3 hours ago.
So, I don't know. We're doing our best. Anyway, continuing down the list here. Blais, you already brought it up. The Avs are undefeated on the road. Tampa, only 1 loss at home. The more interesting part, and AJ brought this up the other night, they really don't have a ton to change, right? Bednar was willing to step into the matchups that John Cooper was looking for in Colorado.
Yeah.
And the Avs won both those games.
He didn't chase anything. He just said, all right, well, we'll put these guys out and we'll just see how it goes.
Yep. It is what it is on that front. I am curious, what are we expecting out of Tampa, though, with home ice? Are they a team that feeds off of the home ice crowd the level that Colorado does? I know everyone does to a certain
Everybody
extent.
does, yeah.
But some teams you see it really makes a difference for them, and others it just kind of is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think they can't, like, just look at the home crowd and be like, oh, they're going to bail us out. Like, they've got to go play a hockey game. But, like, the crowd will energize them. But this is going to be the most nervous Tampa Bay crowd that we've seen because they're going to – I mean, look, let's be real. Like, Tampa Bay was down 2-0 in Game 3 against the Rangers.
Yep.
Like, it took a comeback effort to start their comeback there. And so they – like – the crowd didn't make that enormous difference then, and if they have that kind of start against Colorado, I think it's going to be a lot harder for them to build back into it.
Well, if they silence the crowd, right?
Yeah,
like,
and
then
if
it gets
Colorado,
awkward.
If Colorado takes them out of it early, if they get the first goal again, if they get the first goal relatively early, they weather that big push that we always talk about in Game 3's the first 5 minutes of a road game. They're trying to weather the storm. It's all that stuff. If they get through all of that, the crowd is going to get increasingly nervous the more Tampa Bay is not winning. Because everybody understands the situation here. They understand going down 3-0. They understand that the longer the Lightning aren't winning, the further away from their goal they're getting.
Yeah.
And that's going to increase the tension in that crowd. And, if things go Tampa Bay's way, then that crowd is going to be fully into
Blast,
it.
yeah.
It is full send and energy.
Yep.
But if they're not, if Colorado, if they mitigate that, if they take that away from them, then
Can make it a non-factor.
yeah, they can kind of take that crowd out. Look what they did to St. Louis.
Yep.
I think it's interesting the uptick in conversations we've been hearing about the altitude being an advantage to Colorado when they're playing here in Colorado, because this has been a factor forever for the Colorado Avalanche, and including teams that have just not played very well. But I wonder if there's some people who will believe that not playing at altitude will benefit Tampa in some way. I don't know if it really gives the edge while here in Colorado that people say it does, but it certainly is something people are talking about a lot more now.
I mean, regardless of whether it gives an edge in Colorado or not, again, the Avs are 7-0 on the road.
Right.
So I don't know what to tell you on that front.
Their greatest altitude advantage is apparently not playing at altitude at all.
$5
That's why
from
you train at
Jamie.
altitude, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah, exactly.
$5 from Jamie saying bad buffers but good vibes.
Seems like everybody got through the intro and it's been fine.
I guess it's working now, so whatever.
maybe in the future we just don't play videos.
99 cents from Spence, thank you very much. And then $5 from Miss Truly saying, let's go. The series is decided tonight. You guys are all looking dapper and festive. Thank you very much.
Yeah, somebody was mentioning we only have 2 chains. We gave one of the chains away,
And we're giving another away tonight.
and then the other one is downstairs getting ready to be part of another giveaway. So
Yep.
that there will be 1 chain next game.
Yep. So it's not the 3-headed monster. It's all hail Kale. I do have the 3-headed monster as well, though.
Blais is rocking his Colorado
Rockies
Rockies participation shirt.
Very nice.
Very funny.
Very nice.
Yep.
Look, I think part of where the Avs have the advantage here is, again, they get to go into today and say, let's go 1-0. They don't have to worry about tomorrow. They don't have to worry about the next thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Tampa up front feels the same way. But again,
that's
stuff
how you
creeps
come
onto
back
you.
in a series. You don't win 3 games at
You
once
don't.
and erase it, but you've got to win a shift, a period, all of that, right? All of that stuff, you build it up one at a time. But Colorado's on the other side of the ice doing exactly the same thing.
Yep. And look, part of the deal here is which team comes down and is more mentally tough, because it's
Yeah.
easy on both sides. Tampa thinking, look, we really got to win both of these at home to get back in the series. The Avs thinking, look, 2 more wins and we're done. We did the thing. Some of those guys might get a little bit ahead of themselves. And the team that does a better job of staying in the moment, it's going to help them.
Yeah.
Granted, Tampa's done this twice before. They're no
Yeah.
strangers.
Yeah.
So maybe it just comes down to the talent at the end of the day.
The Avs also have the memory of what happened last year as
True.
well. So that's fresh in the back of your
Well, and
mind.
that's what's
of what
driven
had
them
happened.
this whole
Yeah.
time is
Yeah.
they said, look, where did we fail?
Yep.
Where have we been successful to get through to this point where they were not successful last year?
Yep.
They had that. The thing with the 2-0 lead against Vegas was the second game they stole.
Yep.
They didn't deserve that game. They stole that game.
Yep.
And the second game this year is the best game that they've maybe ever played in franchise history. It's the most dominant game on the biggest stage imaginable.
Yeah.
And they won't play that well tonight.
Yeah.
You can't.
You get one of those games once every couple months, honestly. That strong. But
I even feel parallels
every-
to how I felt on Game 5 in the St. Louis series and what that meant for the Avalanche and what they could accomplish if they win that game, and they don't. And I almost wonder if even that recent memory is enough to get them motivated to get this not finished completely, but they understand that this has so much importance to win this game.
to not give Tampa anything.
To not give Tampa anything. And so hopefully they experience what they needed to as recently as St. Louis, and they understand this is important game by game.
And look, through 2 games, they've certainly walked the walk. So it's hard to argue. Obviously, they have to go out and do it tonight, but there's no reason not to feel real confident in the Avs right now in doing what they need to get done.
You know that Tampa Bay is they're gonna present a problem of some kind
Of
at
course.
some point.
Of
I
course.
believe that.
They're too good. Where right now we're sitting here and it's like, well, what do they do? but really, like, they just play better. Like, there isn't a tactical adjustment that needs to be made as much as these guys just have to play up to their ability. We're seeing guys, Ryan McDonough and Sergachev and Hedman, these guys have all been awful in this series. Awful. And if their defense just doesn't ever pick it up, if they don't move pucks better out of their own zone, and they let this forecheck continue to attack, they're never going to get a footing in this game. Yep. They're never going to get a footing in this series. Their defense is primarily responsible. They have got to play better. Now, their forwards need to help more, and they all have room to get better as well. But it starts with that back end, because they're not giving Vasylivsky any help.
Right.
It's true. On that note, Blais, are you making money by betting against Tampa's defense tonight?
Oh, let's get crazy with it tonight, because it's all over the place tonight.
Oh, God.
All right, look at this. Colorado money line at plus 100.
Even money. It's been a long time since you've seen that.
When have you seen that? Lecky with a half an assist at plus 200. Feeling it.
All right.
And then JT Comfer with a half a point.
So some
plus 150.
So you're not leaning into Colorado Stars. You're leaning into the depth continuing to do what they've been doing.
Yes.
Okay.
They've been solid.
hard to see the Avs losing if their depth is doing stuff.